Yo, while Matt here with Megascorcher.com, it is time to review Halo 4 in video format. Let's just go on with it right now. I'll start with the minuses, because there's not that many, but they are there, and they're quite substantial in my opinion. My major complaint really is that the campaign was short. It took me about 6 hours to finish it, and I just was underwhelmed with it. Not only was it short, but it didn't capitalize on any of the setups that were in there, such as the Didact, which is the leader of the new race, the Prometheans, and the whole Rampant Cortana. They've been teasing that forever since the game was announced originally, and that doesn't pan out into anything either. It just seems like they didn't really put any thought into the story and just made the game awesome, which it is. And on top of that, they've also been teasing Spartan Ops for a while, and that's just really short and bland. Also, there's 5 missions in the first episode. The second episode will be downloadable later on, and there's 1 cutscene setting it up, and all the missions are, hey, we got these switches that you need to flick, go do it. Oh no, the Covenant's attacking you. Oh, okay, we'll bring a airship to pick you up, mission over. That's all it is, the Spartan Ops. It's kind of disappointing. I hope that they realize that they can do better with the second episode. And now, let's go on to the pluses. The graphics are really awesome. This is definitely not only the best looking Halo, but one of the best looking first person shooters that you can get right now on consoles. Easily, there's no contest. It is really awesome. The cutscenes look almost lifelike at times. There's some CG cutscenes in there. There are also some in-engine cutscenes, and even those look really great. So no complaints on the cutscenes. The Covenant design is even nicer than it was before. The grunts have no helmets and they move really cool, and so do the Arbiters. Everything about them just looks better. The online is still the best part of the game. It is so much fun. I could play this forever. And the matchmaking is still the best, hands down, out of any game out there. You click one button, you're in that game in less than a minute. It's really nicely done. Halo remains to be the top online experience. The new modes like Regicide and Flood are really fun. Regicide is where you're playing free-for-all, basically, but the leader is the king and he has a bounty on him. That's really the only difference. It gives you more points killing the king. It's free-for-all with a little bit of a twist. And Flood is the mode where, oh yeah, you know, there's 2 floods. Everybody is a Spartan, and then you get infected when you get killed by the flood. But I think you go back to being human when you kill a human. I'm not sure, but it is a fun mode to play. The armor customization in the online is really sweet. There is a lot of helmets, a lot of shoulder pads, a lot of chest armor that you can apply to your dude, and there's 3 colors that you can add. The emblems are back. All that stuff is great. You earn, I think it's called like Spartan points or something like that, where you earn money to unlock stuff for your loadouts. So you can start with a battle rifle if you like, or you can start with an assault rifle or one of the new Prometheans weapons. It's all pretty cool. You also get a new thing called they're just drops, so when you get a certain amount of points in the game, you get the option of to like airdrop something, be it double armor or whatever it's called, or like, you know, just guns, swords, hammers. The sound effects and music are really awesome in this too. There's one song in the single player where you're in the ship trying to find the big end thing, the big end weapon that I'm not going to spoil or anything. But that song will stay with me for a while. It was really nicely done. And sound effects really drive home that you're shooting things. Shooting enemies feels way more satisfying in this than previous Halos. And I think that has something to do with it. I just like the way that the guns sound. The battle rifle is to me, but the battle rifle never sounded all that nice to begin with, so I don't really mind it. And the grunts also sound really cool in this game. I like the way that they talked. It almost sounded like it was coming out of a tinny speaker, like you know, you have like a Game Boy, let's say, and it almost sounded like it was coming out of a Game Boy speaker, if you know what I mean. And the Prometheans, which is the new race, they are really cool. The way that their armors and weapons just kind of float in the air and then kind of fuse together is pretty sweet. It's a cool looking effect. You'll see it when you pull out your weapon. It'll just kind of like go together, and even when you're reloading, it kind of breaks apart, and then you go and then it comes back together. It's pretty cool. Some stuff that I'm neutral on really is that I feel that 343 could have taken more chances with it overall. Like the campaign, I don't think it needed the Covenant personally. That's just my opinion. It's not really something I could give the game a -2 because it didn't really hinder upon it anything. The weapons could have also been cooler. Like the Promethean weapons they do look nice, but they're just snipers, shotguns, rifles. They have an equivalent to the Spartan laser that explodes. It's almost a carbon copy of all the other weapons in the game, which I hope that, I don't know, maybe there's DLC later on that they have better weapons or something, but yeah, I just wish that they would have taken more chances with that stuff. And the online could have had more new modes as well. I'm not really complaining about any of the modes or anything like that, but I do feel like they could have added more in there. The quick time sequences are alright. I'm not going to say that they're bad or good. They are there. They do their purpose. There's about 3 of them, so at least they didn't overuse them. And Forge is back. It's pretty much the same as it was in previous games, and that's really cool for everybody, in my opinion. Whether you want to build your own maps or you want to download maps, it's sweet. It's just something that I will personally not use myself. So I'm giving this game a 4 out of 5. I mainly got it for the multiplayer. It delivers on that. There's no way that you won't have fun with the multiplayer. It is great. It's just too hard for me to ignore the campaign stuff. But even then, this is probably the campaign that I've liked the most in terms of gameplay out of all of them. It's just the storyline just did not deliver, which is a shame. And Spartan Ops also did not deliver. I don't see anybody playing Spartan Ops forever. You know what I mean? That it could have been that mode where people just get together and do missions and beat it over and over and over. But it's just, I don't see it. Everyone I've been playing with so far has always ended those missions saying that was it. What? That was so short. So like I said, 4 out of 5. The game is awesome. Go get it. It won't change your opinion about Halo, but if you did ever like Halo before, you should pick this one out. See you guys next time.
He'll reach the wire in T-minus 2 minutes.